We are live, everybody, and we are live on location. And I am standing with the one and only Bob Kane from ECI Solutions. Bob is the business unit here, and Bob and I met in Denver at the ECI Connect, conference that we had out there, and that's when we learned a whole lot about what you do. Bob, why don't you tell everybody out there who you are and what you do, and then I really am excited to share with everybody all the solutions that ECI offers everybody.
That sounds good. Bob Kane with ECI, business unit leader specifically for bolt and build tools. Happy to be here today with you, Dave. Thanks for coming over to our booth, and excited to show everybody everything that we have going on in the booth. We are industry-specific software for small to medium-sized businesses, and today in our booth, we're going to show you how we focus on the residential construction industry.
Yeah, and then what's really great about this is you guys have solutions that run the gamut from the single home builder, custom home, all the way through manufacturing. Why don't we step over here? There's a lot of people there, which is a good sign for everybody. So we're going to walk over on this side. Vince, follow us around. Sorry for the people. Hey, and give us a heads up if the signal's coming through loud and clear and you can hear us okay. We're going to kind of stand off over here. Vince, you go there. All right, Bob, walk us through all the different solutions, because when I was serious when I said that you have a solution for the custom home builder, the plumbers, right, the mechanical folks that are out there, manufacturing, products, I mean, really do. But the value to me wasn't that you have a product. The value to me was that you actually partner with the trades to continually build and improve your products, and a lot of the products were actually developed by a trade.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that. So really so we're in multiple verticals across ECI, and the one that we're going to talk about today is how we impact residential home construction. So we are very focused on improving that ecosystem, as you and I have spoken about before. The two products that we really start with, one is Mark Systems. Mark Systems is a product for the semi-custom production home builder, and then there's a number of products that work very closely with Mark Systems. And then the other ERP product that we have is Build Tools. That's designed and was designed by a custom home builder remodeler, specifically for the custom home builder remodeler industry. And so they kind of are the core ERPs, and then there's a number of other products around it and how we affect this ecosystem. So on the trade side of things, the trade contractors that work directly with the builders, we have a product by the name of Bolt. Bolt was developed by a trade who works for builders, and we are now taking that to market and really specifically helping the trades that work for our home builders learn how to use that, manage their business, get more time back in their life, and improve their business and scale and overcome some of the challenges that we're seeing in today's industry.
Yeah, for sure. Let's walk over this way a little
Sure.
bit so people get a little better view of what's going on back here in the booth and all the things you have going on. But I mean, I think that's exactly it, scaling. And how do you grow your business? How do you work with the trades? How do the trades grow their business? When we were on location with you, we were interviewing some of your customers, and they went from 30 homes a year to 400 homes a year. I mean, and that's only in a couple years. That isn't small growth. That is huge growth, and it's all because of the solutions that the ECI team has been putting together.
Yeah, happy to talk about that. So when a customer comes on board for our Mark Systems product in particular, they typically have defined floor plans, and they have to do things like they have to communicate. It really is a manufacturing process, the way that they have to communicate and get things done in the field. So what the product does is it allows them to pre-plan exactly what's going to happen and incorporate the trades into the process so that the business kind of runs like a machine. And so when people go through that and they see the business scale, they can't imagine not having the product.
Right.
When we think about Build Tools, the revenue growth that we see is really something that's special, that stands out to us. So in that case, it's not about the volume, it's about managing from the job cost side of things, making sure that we understand our cost, we receive payment when we're supposed to, and communicate with all of the trades and the buyers during the process so that we can achieve the proper margins and grow and scale that business as well.
Right. So at the show floor here, Bob, how would somebody get in touch with you, and what would be the process to really look at what they're doing? Is it a consultation, like a consult approach? Like when they come over here, because you guys do a whole lot. Yeah. How do you work with somebody that doesn't know you, they come into your booth and they say, all right, this is who I am,
Yeah.
How can you fix me?
Yeah. One thing that we focus on is we are industry experts in this small to medium-sized business space. Like I said before, a lot of our products were developed by people in this space, and then we're taking it to market. So the individuals that are in this booth, they understand how all of these products work together. Right. We take a very consultative approach. We don't just sell products and features. What we want to do is we want to understand how the business operates. What are the challenges, and what are you currently doing today? From that point, and like I said, there are multiple products that even work with and integrate with the Mark Systems product. Just to name a few, we have Lasso that manages the CRM process for all builders that need it out there. We have InSearch that will manage the option selection process that's involved in this. We also have LotView that will take and allow us to look at an entire floor plan and then look at the data underneath of those individual lots that are drawn. So just with those products, in addition to Bolt and Build Tools, really we take a consultative approach where we want to understand where the needs are, and then we can walk them through the solutions that can help them. And like you said, we have customers coming in all the time and they're happy to talk about how they're using it too, which is great.
And that's it. And how big is the ECI Solutions team?
So we have about 140 people.
Yep.
140 people supporting all these products.
I love it. I love it. So out there, ECI Solutions is one of our sponsors that brought us out to the show this year. And I have to tell you, just like several others, and you're going to meet Eric on here in a second, there's very few people that we work with that are not taking it to the next level that you are, right? And that's part of our vision. We partner with those that are taking it to the next level. And with all the solutions that you guys have, and the products, and the customer testimonials, and then all the trades that we've met before we decided to even do stuff together, I mean, it's a really big deal. It's a big deal, and I think if you're not familiar with ECI Solutions, you need to familiar yourself with them. And if you are here at the trade show right now, you need to come check them out. What's your booth number?
Booth number W2032. So we're in the West Hall, 2032. Would love for you to come out and check out the booth.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. So we have somebody else. We have a surprise guest coming on with us. Eric, why don't you step on in here with us? We have Eric on, Mechanical Hubs. Come over this way, Eric. We'll put you in the middle there. So you stay with us here, Bob. So Eric, how's it going, man?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great having you. Eric, so you're outside of the ECI booth over here. What are you seeing that you like about the trade show so far?
The show in general, it's so busy and everybody's super excited. A lot of new products on display. I'm learning a lot about ECI first and foremost. But yeah, overall, I'm just excited to be here. There's tons of new stuff I've seen over the last day and a half.
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about who you are? Because I don't think our audience knows your audience all that well, and probably vice versa, so this is fun.
Yeah, thanks. So I represent a media company called Mechanical Hub. Behind the scenes, what I am is a master plumber, gas fitter. I own and operate a plumbing heating business in central Minnesota. And through that, I create a lot of content for the plumbing and heating audience out there, contractors. We do a lot of technical stuff, a lot of fun stuff, and we're just sharing information, trying to teach each other better ways on how to run our small businesses or how to do our jobs differently.
Yeah, for sure. And what about your YouTube channel and all that? How do they find you?
Yeah, over on YouTube at Mechanical Hub, Instagram at Mechanical Hub. I think there's a theme here. I'm over on TikTok as well, and I contribute to the Build Show Network as too.
So can you do a TikTok dance for us?
I don't do any dancing on TikTok. I just do more plumbing stuff, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That people love to follow along.
You got a TikTok dance, Bob?
I don't have a TikTok dance.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get Bob a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think exactly.
So, all right, so we're gonna go walk around and see some other locations while we're here. Bob, listen, I appreciate you having us come by your booth. We appreciate all the support that you give Dave Cooper Live. And to everybody out there, same with you, Eric, come and check them out. That's all we can say. You'll be surprised when you get here. I was surprised. The solutions are amazing, so.
All right, appreciate you having us.
Yeah.
Would love to see everybody come out and have a great show.
Bob, thanks so much. All right, Eric, you want to walk with me down here?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's walk down here. We're going to go out this way. Bob, we'll be back to see you guys in a bit.
Sounds good, guys.
All right. And then look at all the people in the ECI booth, right?
Yeah.
Let's go this way, and then we'll follow the camera. That way we're not getting everybody dizzy. So there's a lot of people here.
There are. This is as busy as I remember seeing it. And then they're also in all four of the halls, right?
They are in all 4 of the halls, ECI, yeah.
Yeah, it's
they
crazy.
really are, and there's a lot of people that are using their products. And listen, I know I can't do what I do, with our channel and our media. It's the same way with you. Having people that support us and believe in us, and putting our mouth, I guess putting our mouth, or what was the word?
The money where our mouth is.
Putting our money where our mouth is. That's right. And working with people that are truly good people. So we're going to keep going down here, Vince. Go a little bit further, and we'll try and avoid people. But as you can see on the right, we got construction online. You're getting a little bit of an inside look. Getting an inside look at the trade show here. This is what, the West Hall.
This is, have you ever been in here before?
I have not done. This is new.
This is new.
Brand new, the West Hall. So we're going to stop right outside Craft Technique Zone here, and we're going to take a peek in. So Vince, maybe you can stop right, we'll come in just a little bit here. So walk over in here. Have you been in here yet?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Vince, how about over there so you can get what's going on? We don't want to interrupt everybody. So, all right, so this hall right here is, Cheryl Lewis and Associates does a lot of the work to put these booths together. Doing the performance zone as well, where Ben Bogey and Travis and all those folks are at. So, these zones are where you come to learn techniques on how to build.
Yeah, absolutely. You get to not just building though. They were talking mechanicals, which was really interesting to me. Heat pumps, heating systems, cooling in the building process. It's great to see that education kind of transferred from the mechanical side, that whole, our whole side of the trade in the building process, to the builders too.
It really is, so we did a lot of performance zone stuff yesterday. We did a lot of building system things yesterday, but one thing that we're hoping to see in the future is more mechanical stage.
Oh yeah.
Right? Let's talk about that for a minute. It's a big deal. There's stuff happening here, but if we're going to do all this learning, we should also be doing one of the most important part of the structure, and that is the mechanicals.
Well, it's crazy to see the technical innovations and the processes coming into the building, to make things healthier, watertight, everything's just better. You could do it off-site, you could do it on-site. They're doing all of that training, but I feel, now this is maybe personal to me, but I feel like there's a little bit lacking on the HVAC and plumbing side, being integrated into this whole awesome, just trend of training, what they're putting, all these efforts.
Right.
And there's just a little disconnect there. I'd like to see more of that in these processes too.
Yeah, sure. Trying not to get out of everybody's way here. We're going to move forward a little bit. So we're going to go over this. Oh, look at that. So we have some more guests coming up, it looks like. So with that said, right, how do we get more training here? How do we get more people involved in the mechanical side of this, HVAC and plumbing? And how do we get the attention of the NAHB? I do a lot with the NAHB, and between you, me, and the walls, we started talking to them about that exact thing. And we need to, because it needs to be all-inclusive on the entire system.
I'd love to see more contractors from my trades attending the show, because there's a lot of first look at new products being brought in. There's great opportunity for us to network with our, with the builder contractors that we're working with, and learn from each other. And obviously the organization putting on the show, if they're listening, I'd love to be involved. I'd love to see more contractors like me who want to talk about this and help train and learn together alongside the manufacturers that can help us with the products in place and everything like that.
And the big thing is, you don't have to do social media. You have a business.
Right.
The value of what you do is the trust that you start building with the consumers and the other trades to build it better, and that to know that we're not all out here on an island by ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's what it feels like to most trades, that you're just solving your own problems all the time. So, folks like yourself and other folks that we're going to have on that do social media, it's a big deal that we all have somewhere to go to. Even me, I go to your channel to learn about plumbing.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no, and specifically to the show too, it's neat that you bring that up. I think a lot of subs do feel like they're kind of excluded when it comes to this bigger picture that we see here at the show. The focus here. One side of the show is the design and everything that's really nice to look at.
Yeah.
And then you have the build side of things, which obviously we're talking about.
I'm gonna walk over this way where you're talking to us, get out of the way.
Yeah, and kind of a little bit of that disconnect is, I feel like it's two different crowds and we're not talking to each other as well as we could.
And that's exactly it.
Yeah.
How do we start collaborating? How do we start coming together? No different. This is how we met.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
by
absolutely.
doing online and social media. That's how you start doing work, with the Build Show and all these other things. And as we grow the community and people start turning to social media, which most people do now, it's starting to rise to the top, which is
absolutely.
nice.
Yeah, we're able to put out content all the time, which keeps people involved.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You got, Walt Tamala?
Yeah, how's it going, man?
Good, Eric. How are you?
Yeah,
Good.
good.
Well,
see you
come
again.
come on in here in the
Thank you
middle
very
of us
much.
here. We'll have to just do the mic
Yeah,
back
sure,
and
not a
forth type
problem.
thing. Walt, tell us a little bit about what you got going on over here.
So, Walt Tamala, owner of TNT General Contracting, a build, design, educate firm based out of Westfield, Massachusetts. Been in business for 30 years, and 20 years I've been coming to this show. I was coming to the show, sitting in these seats, learning and meeting people, and getting a better appreciation, not only for the industry, but how to better my business and myself. Right, because it's all about learning, it's all about education. And now having the opportunity to pay it back from a great partnership with Cheryl Lewis and Associates.
Yeah.
They're amazing, they're a solid team, and they do all these hands-on demonstrations. We got 21 sessions here at the Craft Technique Zone,
Right.
live hands-on. This booth has been packed every single session. I mean,
great.
if we're teaching on that stage, they're sitting over on that stage watching us.
And then you reset.
And
Yep.
it's been amazing. You know you're doing and you're reaching your audience when they come up and you got 15 minutes of Q&A and you
Right.
got to stop it, because then they're turning around to go watch you do the next set, and they're staying for set after set after set. The conversations are great, and we know that people are walking away those 1-2 little gems that they can go back home, tweak their company a little
right.
bit, and actually implement. Because this show is so big, you could get lost. And I used to take a ton of notes and then go back and, man, I didn't implement any because there's too many.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you have one that can just tweak your business so
Right,
it
right.
runs more efficient, it was amazing.
You can see why he's good on stage, right? He's got the facial expressions, he's got the moves.
No, Walt brings up a great point with the training here. I think a lot of times with our sub trades like HVAC and stuff, we look at these shows as it's product, and I've already kind of mentioned that. But
Yeah.
there's way more training happening that you could come to this show and get, walk away with, like you said, 1 or 2 little gems. I've already watched a ton of it being kind of broadcast as you guys are doing it. I haven't been able to sit through too many of the sessions, but I look forward to it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
So
And-
before we go though, tell
Yeah.
us a little bit, like what are you teaching here? Just give us the rundown
Sure.
of why I would come and sit and watch you, other than you got a good teaching capabilities,
So,
I can tell.
so the Craft Technique Zone is new to NHB this year, right?
Yep.
And it was because we wanted to focus on the interior and exterior renovations and components that people are dealing with every day,
Yep.
right? So it's not necessarily how do we build better, but how do we change what we're already doing all the time to make it more efficient, to make it
Right.
better for us and the products that are out there that are going to last longer, that are going to say when you put your name on it, like TNT built this
Yeah, yeah.
house, you know that your client knows that they're really proud that happened. But again, it's the education that comes with it, and just the fact that people are coming up, they see it, they touch it, they feel it. We're an industry that doesn't believe it until we see it. Right now, they get to see it in all the different components, from roofing, siding, to kitchen installs, scribing, finished carpentry, hidden doors.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that, 21 sessions are cram-packed into 3 days here.
How do people find you?
They find us, you know what, I'm an old dinosaur, they would call me, but my handle is at Walt Tamala for the Instagram. Website's tntgeneralcontracting.com.
There
And
you
make
go.
sure you go visit Cheryl Lewis and Associates as well.
Yeah, well, I was on stage over there 2 times yesterday, doing stuff with Offsite Construction and Ben Bogey and Cheryl Lewis. I agree. She's an amazing individual, and she carries all the stress of making this stuff come together for all these people to actually learn. So big shout out to Cheryl Lewis, 100%.
Awesome.
Hey, thanks, Walt.
Thanks so
Appreciate
much.
you very
Appreciate it.
much.
Eric, good seeing you,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Take
so
care.
we're going to head over here. You're going to walk with us, I think, to our
Yeah.
booth? You got somewhere to be, or can you go with us still?
I could stick around for a little longer if that's okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
Okay.
follow Jen. You go in front of us here, if you don't mind. You lead the way, and then let's just show. Look at this thing to the left. There's a bison. You missed the bison. Look, let's get a screenshot. Go, get on that side. All right, on we go. Thank you. Follow Jen down there. So, home loans made simple. That's who we have here. Capriati's, we got RWC, residential warranties on the left. They do a lot for us in the home building. Yep. So much. Look, they're giving away sandwiches there. You hungry, Eric?
Oh man, we should stop.
We
I don't
should
think
stop.
they want to watch us eat sandwiches on the live
Right,
broadcast.
right. No? Well, they might. A lot of people sit there and eat dinner and do those things.
This whole
and,
TikTok's for that, right?
and I like to eat. So, all right. All right, so we're walking over to see On3 Solutions, which is an educational platform that is using artificial intelligence to help train and teach the trades. I don't know if you've heard of On3 yet, Eric, but
I have, yeah.
this stuff is really cool. We're going to go just down a little bit further, and we're going to make a right. I see their balloon up there.
Yeah, it's fascinating how AI is really just in its infancy when it comes to the building industry, but
Yeah.
it's gonna explode.
It is really going to explode. We're going down here on the right, Vince. So this platform, there's nothing out there that's like it. It works wirelessly, or if you don't have, data cell service. Check out the helmet. I love the helmet. So let's walk in here. So come on in. Hey, Paul, have you met Eric Ane
Hey, how
from
you doing?
Mechanical
Nice
Hub
to
yet?
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Come on out here a little bit with us. So, how you doing?
Good to see you, Dave.
Dude, I love this. So this is awesome. So everybody, we are now at On3, and this is one of my favorite places to stop. This is a partner of ours, and they're in the education space. So for what we do to keep everything unedited, right, and real, we have tried to partner with people that are doing a lot of education like ECI and others that are providing solutions, and we can just keep doing our show to whomever and whatever we feel we need to put out there. And Paul, it's great working with you. So Paul, we're gonna have to share the mic here. Paul, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Sure.
And then let's talk about the awesomeness on your head.
Okay, well, my name's Paul Cardis with On3, co-founder. Well, we started 3 years ago, and what we do is we help the industry capture their processes, create learning, and transform really the industry and teams. Everyone from direct employees of a builder to trade contractors and suppliers out there in the field. We don't have a good source of truth when it comes to how to install things, what is the proper way, and On3 is now a system that allows everybody to document that right way and be able to get that out there to the field.
So talk to us a little bit about what you're wearing in your head, because you're talking about teaching and systems and guidance, but you're wearing a hard hat with a lens on it.
Yeah, I know, I kind of look like Tony Stark today, but this is our digital hard hat. It's a new product that we were partnering with a hardware manufacturer. We've written the software for it. So On3 actually runs on this device. It's a full computer with a monitor, so this piece of glass that I can see through for safety reasons also lights up with an on-screen display. So think of like if you have a car with a heads-up display on the windshield, that's exactly what it's doing right here in my lens. So this thing allows us to do things like record hands-free. So I can say, hey, On3, which it lights up, start recording, and it will start recording whatever's happening in front of me. Stop recording. And basically, this allows me to capture very quickly what's going on in the field. I can do this for an install, I can do this for an inspection process, and I'm able to document hands-free, voice-activated, and more importantly, stream that back up to our servers where it's backed up, and our learning team can begin breaking those videos down and turning them into potential learning down the road.
So the video footage
The
video footage you're capturing is then disseminated, or can you just broadcast it live, or how is that shared?
Yeah, you can do live. So we do have a live feature. So you can actually have remote assist where I can have somebody far away, a subject matter expert, watching and seeing what's coming through the camera and then telling me and pointing things out in my eye. Hey, turn this bolt over here, or watch out for that ground over there. You don't want to get electrocuted. And so yes, that live assist is a big feature set that we are adding to this. It's already available, but we're integrating it with our learning. The other thing that it does is I'm able to watch various videos and tips in my eyepiece. So if I might say anchor bolts, and I can see, I've got a choice, I'll select and I'll watch a quick video on anchor bolts in this region. So maybe the distance is 4 feet. In this region, I can watch a quick 30-second clip on what I need to be looking for when inspecting a footing, for example.
This is fascinating to me. I'm first learning about it now. So in my head, I could sit in my shop back in Minnesota,
Yeah.
and I could actually, either through live or helping through AI, I could help train somebody in another country or across the country on how to do something. Maybe I'm doing it hands-on and just broadcasting that to that person out on site.
That's exactly
like with a training module or something.
So, I mean, but it goes deeper than that. So so then there's the mobile application.
Correct.
So a lot of what On3 does, they will come in to, let's say, Mechanical Hub, and they will cover everything that you do and how you do it, and put a whole learning and training app on the phone. Now, okay, there's another training app on the phone. The difference is it's tailored to you, and it's smart. It has artificial intelligence. So over time, the phone and the app gets to know what the trade, if they work for you or somebody else is doing, and it can actually, the helmet and the phone will work together. It'll start catching them if they make mistakes or something needs adjusted, or it'll test them randomly. And if they don't understand or they don't do something right, or I guess write it right or answer the questions right, it'll run them through a series of educational classes to get them where they need to be. The phone and the helmet work together to make sure that the trades in the field can better themselves. And it's not a punishment tool.
No.
It's a tool to make them better and make them experts without somebody breathing over their back 24/7 saying, oh, you're doing that wrong or whatever. And that's where the value of it is.
Well, the value too is not just the individual, but also the business owner, the employer, has more efficiency out in the field.
That's right.
Well, in addition to that, it's also a pocket translator. So we're taking all these processes that are coming in and we're translating them into multiple languages. So for example, I may have a trade contractor show up. I haven't seen them on my site before. I can say, you know what? I'm going to pull up the cabinets field guide. We call them field guides. So I'm going to do one right here. I'm going to say cabinet.
So he's talking into his phone right now.
And
so
I'm going to pull this up in Spanish. And now I'm going to be able to show.
Here, turn it around so the camera can see.
Yeah, okay.
So now that's talking in Spanish versus English. So depending on where you're working and what trades you have, this will allow you to communicate with them. What are the languages you have? Yep.
We have basically 64 now possible languages.
64
from Chinese,
languages.
Korean, Portuguese, even
Chinese.
Russian now. We have some
mic.
Ukrainian clients that are also coming to the U.S. to learn home building, and we're going to provide On3 in their native language.
That's fascinating.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So, and you don't need self-service, right? So if you're working somewhere like in a deep basement where you're in a commercial building working, it'll do the same thing without cellular service. It's all on your phone. And to answer your question, it takes up a very minimal amount of storage.
That is correct, Dave. Yes, so we did build this with home building in mind, and that internet isn't always there for everybody. So as long as they install the native app and they download their learning programs and field guides, which they can do when they're on a good Wi-Fi, load the whole package up. It's like Disney Plus, right? Like your kids run around and can watch movies in the car no matter where they're at. On3 works a similar way, and then when it hits the tower, it then updates the system in terms of what was watched, how long did they spend on it. All those details are then tracked and sent to the server.
So as a contractor that would want to invest in something like this, is it a subscription service? Is it just my phone, my computer, my tablet? I mean, I'm not doing this so much as I'm just benefiting from what is created with your hardware?
Correct. So, the typical usage will be that they'll load the app from the Android or App Store, and once they have it on their phones, then we can either assign existing courses, or they can use our On3 Create app, which allows them to create their own module. So here's On3 Create, where they can just go out there with their own cell phone, record their processes, send them to our team, we turn them into learning and launch them into the app. Yeah.
That's cool, isn't it?
So the headset is our advanced. We're playing with the future because we think this is a technology that will be important come forward. Like you think about in the police business, there's a cop cam, we now have construction cam. But obviously we're not trying to police, we're trying to help and assist that construction worker.
On3 is like living in 2050.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's here now.
It is.
And it's affordable. And what's not affordable is mistakes.
Yeah.
And when mistakes happen, especially in your world, plumbing, electric, it can cause major mistakes versus just something being shimmed out of, square. Big difference.
Yeah, callbacks are probably our biggest threat to our businesses, and not doing the job right the first time or not having qualified help. It seems like we could probably, I've been doing what I've been doing for 25 years, and I know I can learn from this already. I'm fascinated by just the technology, but as a business owner, it's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. We're very blessed last year to be named the #1 startup here at the International Builders Show, and they kicked us out of the nest at the startup zone, and now we're over here. But we've grown tremendously now. We work with 3 of the top 5 national builders, all the way down to custom remodelers and design build. So we really cover the whole gamut, as well as trade contractors, and now even commercial are starting to utilize On3 to document their processes, create the learning they need, and transform their teams.
This is so cool. Thanks for showing me this, Dave. I gotta get going.
I know.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could stay longer, but this is fascinating. I keep saying the same thing. I'm so sorry for repeating myself.
I've been talking about this for a while, and like, there you have it. There's somebody who hasn't seen this before. This just isn't me talking about finding cool stuff. This is us finding great people to share what they're doing and their stories, because it can make a huge difference for our audience. And this is the kind of stuff where our youth is at.
Yeah.
They will embrace this, and we need to meet the next generation where they are, and this is it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time.
And I love it. I love it. Let us leave you with some hats.
Thank you.
We appreciate you joining us a little bit, Eric and Paul. There you go. So hopefully you guys wear those around and fit them. We're giving to one of your people out there that follow you. But Mechanical Hub, he has a great following on YouTube. He's a pretty good sized influencer in the mechanical space. So I'm glad you were able to come and share this.
Thanks a lot, Dave. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Thank
All
you.
right, so we're going to be heading over this way. Paul, I'll stop back and see you a little bit later. Thanks so much. Keep it up. Oh, and by the way, it's not just for the trades. You can use this in a manufacturing setting, and you don't need phones. You can use a pad. You can use an iPad, because a lot of the factories don't want people on their phones. They have an iPad at the station. It works the same way with whoever works in those stations. So super cool stuff.
Awesome.
All right, we'll see you. You're welcome. Let's go this way, and we'll show whoever's at the left here. Mazuma, how y'all doing? Good, good, good. Wow, how cool was that? I just love it when we have somebody else come along with us and they have the opportunity. We're going to head to the right here, and we got Alpine. Look, Alpine's here too. American Express. This place is so huge. It's 1 million square feet. 1 million square feet. This is only one hall of, I think, 4 or 5 that are here, and they're all this size, all of them. So we're gonna head over here. We're just following Jen and giving you guys an inside look. Okay. All right, so we're heading to the startup zone. Cool. All right, so this is the startup zone. Yesterday I got to do a 412 pitch. What was that? There was 12 companies on stage with me. They each had 4 minutes to present their ideas to a couple hundred people that were sitting in the audience. It was a big hit. So think about it. You can come here and actually meet 12 companies that are on the leading edge of technology that were picked to be on stage. So let's walk over here, Vince. And let's show what's happening in here. Right, so these are all the companies that were part of the startup zone. So that are part of the startup zone, and we're doing the 412 pitch. Just pan yourself around. We're gonna walk in. We may walk in here, but it's pretty crowded. Why don't you just go ahead through? I'll follow behind you, Vince, so people can see. Move kind of slow. Weave your way through the booths over there. And we'll come back out. So this is kind of an inside look at what you're seeing. You can see how busy and how packed it is in here. A lot of these guys were on stage with us yesterday. How you doing? Good, good, good. All right, we'll go over here. Let's pan on some of the folks that are here. So it's just hard to see everything because so many people are here in the startup zone. I mean, there was Planted, there's Edie Dillman's companies in here too, Be Public Prefabs in here. Yeah, Arcs is in here, right there. A couple of these guys were all on stage with us yesterday, so it was a lot of fun. All right. Home Systems, yeah, there's ProTiv over there. So, sorry if we're making you a little dizzy. We're gonna try and slow it up a little bit so as we walk. All right. So, as you can see, I wish we could guys give you some more pan over that way. You can see tool belt over here as well. Why don't you go up and just walk in there? There's not a lot of people there right now. I want to show this one camera system. So we're going to go over to tool belt here, and we're going to make a right. And since I love cameras, how you guys doing? Right? How was the startup for you guys, the 412 pitch? Did you all have fun yesterday? Yeah? Did you have fun? All right, it was a cool event, right?
Oh, yeah. It was a great time.
It was a cool event. I hated when I had to dong somebody when they ran out of time, you know? But we only had an hour, and we went over by 3 or 4 minutes without letting people go over. And then the tech issues, right? But I know nothing about tech issues.
we barely made it through our pitch.
Yeah. Real quick, talk a little bit about tool belt, because this leads back to education and workforce development and hiring people.
Yeah, absolutely. So what Tool Belt is a labor sourcing platform for GCs and subcontractors. So a large GC can go onto Tool Belt and post a job, say they're building a new house or it's a big remodeling job. They can post that on our platform, and then subcontractors and tradespeople can find those jobs, look through them, see what jobs are available in their area, and apply straight on the app. And then the GC can look at all the guys who applied and vet them straight through the app and decide, oh, these are the guys we want to go with.
And how quickly can one find, typically, is there a percentage of how quickly somebody gets hooked up with some help?
Almost everybody gets connected in the first week.
I would say we get about 2 to 4 applications on day one per per project.
Yeah.
Usually within a day.
And then do you vet the people that are on your system?
So the way we vet them is that there's 2 types of users on Toolbelt. There's licensed contractors, and then there's tradespeople. So licensed contractors are the only ones that can post a project, and we verify that license number.
Right.
But if you're a tradesperson, we can't verify your license, so you're just that type of user. You can apply to all the jobs you want, but you can't post any work. So all of the work posted on the system is 100% by licensed contractors.
Really? Okay.
We do not validate, obviously, bond and other, and insurance, because that can drastically change from trade, scope of work, area of work, municipality. So
cool.
Yeah.
And then how do people find you? Toolbelt.com?
Toolbelt.work. We're also probably in your local building suppliers, so if you stop into a Sherwin-Williams on the West Coast.
Good for you guys.
Or, SRS or Beacon on the West Coast areas, that's where we're pretty strong right now.
You can also go to the App Store and just download the app straight through there.
Yep.
There you go. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to walk around the bend here. All right. I have to come over and see you, Matt.
Yeah, unfortunately, live demo's not working this second. But
that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Let's just talk. Can I see that?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Hold that and just speak. So you were in the 412 startup pitch with us yesterday on stage. First of all, did you have a fun time doing it?
Of course. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we had a pretty good crowd that was there. This is a really cool product. Figuring, we just had Eric Ande on from Mechanical Hub. He was just walking around with us. He has a huge following in the mechanical space. I think this would be right up his alley. I'm going to have to send him over here.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what this is.
So this is the FlexBot. It's a 1-inch diameter snake robot for operations and maintenance. There's all those places we wish we could get into, but we can't quite. So our worker can remain safely on the ground, insert it up into a hard-to-access space. It bends to avoid those obstacles. Then we can put different things on the end, cameras, thermal cameras, even things like a caulk gun, gripper, you name it. So see and then do.
So that guy's caulking a window from inside using your system.
Exactly.
And can see exactly what he's doing while he does it.
Yep. Because having a hole the size of a quarter in the envelope is the equivalent of no insulation. And we all know how notorious a lot of companies are for punching a hole in the side of your house and not coming back and fixing it later.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is what's really cool about this, right? Because how do you get in there? How do you work on these things, right? I know they have stuff now that can kind of see through walls, but that doesn't typically work when you really have to be the one to fix things.
Right, and it can see through walls to find studs, but finding where that leak is, finding those nuanced details that really have a lot of the problems, or where we're seeing a lot is even on the manufacturing side for these suppliers, downtime's expensive. How do you get into the equipment while it's still running, find what you need? Same thing with buildings. How do you diagnose without being invasive? So you can come back at a convenient time to work on it.
I love it. So how do people get a hold of you?
We're Flex Solutions, flxsolutions.com, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the socials, and I'm Matt at flexsolutions.com. Love to meet y'all.
Yeah, very cool product. Thanks Matt.
Dave.
Appreciate it. Have a good one. I hope everything goes well for you at the show. All right, we're going to walk down here and we're going to make a right.
Fernando from Impresa.
Hey, Fernando. I'm live right now. How you doing? I'll catch up with you in a little bit. All right, so we're going to walk down this way. We're gonna make a left here. Yeah, it's gonna go right down here. And to the left, we got access point. Over here, we got BioRev. All right, we're gonna walk and get on the other side of the hall. And we're gonna just go straight down. All right, so you guys can see everything behind the scenes on what's going on here. I just love that there's so many people. They're expecting 130,000 people.
That's the longest it's ever taken somebody to lay down a chip.
Liftmaster. So let us know what you guys think out there. Let us know how you feel the videos coming through. Did we up our game? Is the sound sounding okay? The signals coming through. This is the first time using this new equipment that we put into place. There's Novi Home, which is great. Look, heck, you even got Dell Technologies, Intel. Right to the left, the whole Dell booth. Check it out. The tech is coming, the data is coming. That's what we're learning as we go through the show here. So, hey, look at that, Jen. There's Combilift down there. We should go see Combilift. Love the folks at Combilift. They're another supporter of the Dave Cooper Live show. All right. There is so much happening at this show. I wish I could just go live for hours and walk around and show everybody what's going on. We've had a lot of on-stage presence. This is the first year that we were able to actually be on stage on the main floor several times to showcase off-site construction and everything that was happening with off-site construction. Vince is showing you Combilift right now. I'm gonna step into this. So, what's up? The Combilift folks. You wanna move anything? These are the, here, hold that and talk into that and make sure you hold it up high. How's the show been going for you guys?
I tell you what, this is probably one of the best shows that we've done all year so far. I know it's early in the year, but over the last 6 months especially, definitely tell that people are out and about.
Right. Tell us a little bit about what you do here at Combilift.
So here at Combilift, I'm the regional manager for the Rocky Mountain territory, and essentially Combilift as a whole, we're looking at moving essentially material for customers more efficiently, safer, and increasing their storage capacity.
We're done.
All right.
No. So, I mean, all right. I mean, there's so much more than that. So, I mean, in our world, you're working a lot in the offsite space,
Correct.
right? And we talk about moving stuff. These are the smaller, pieces of equipment. I mean, you have the equipment that moves super, super heavy, large capacity things and gets things there safety. You guys are known for not only moving stuff, but the safety of your equipment.
Yes, 100% correct on that. So essentially, we're going to look at it as we're going to be able to move those heavy, awkward loads. We're going to do it more efficient. We're going to do it a lot safer. And on top of that, we're going to increase your storage capabilities. And essentially, we can go up to moving shipping containers as well as modular building systems, anything from generators, stationary power. We'll develop a product to essentially move that for you.
So you'll work on a consultation basis with your clients to make sure they're doing things the way they need to do it, make sure that their warehouses are optimized to the most efficient, safest ways, I guess is the best way to say it?
Yes, you've hit the nail on the head once again. So we'll work with you and we'll actually help you design your warehouse, and we'll actually design it around our products to essentially increase that storage capacity as well as increase the safety.
Right. So the show itself, there's a ton of people here. You've had every time I've walked by, I've seen a lot of people here.
Yeah, it's definitely been a great show for us this year. Definitely has been.
Where are you headed next? Like, where's the future of Combilift going?
Oh, we're doing great things. We're looking forward to some more trade shows this year. We're going to be debuting some new products this year, and we're really looking forward to it. We're looking to help more people out and with their material handling solutions.
Right. And let me ask you one other question. Quite honestly, the off-site space. It's a big growing market. Are you guys seeing a lot of newcomers come on the market? Like, what are you seeing? Because you're out there working with people to get set up. What are you guys seeing personally?
So we're definitely seeing major growth in that. There's some very good companies here that we're really looking forward to working with here in the future, especially outside of the convention hall right now. There's some real good opportunities there. Here in the Vegas market, there's one really good one that we're looking forward to working with, and we're really excited about it. We definitely see major growth in it in the future.
Yeah, Vegas Modular Builders?
Oh, yes.
All right, I bet I know who that is. Well, we are in Las Vegas, so there's a lot of great people in manufacturing actually starting to come into Nevada.
Yes.
And I think that's, you know, even though you're not saying that, I know who it is.
Yes.
There's a lot of great things happening here. So, Colin, where do people find you?
You can find us online, look at Combilift as well, and come see us here at the booth as well if they'd like to. So West Hall 1600 if you're here at the show. But definitely check us out online. We have a great YouTube channel as well to show you application-based solutions.
And Paul Short, I don't know where you're at, but I'm looking for you. Where you at? I don't see you in here. My earpiece is falling out. All right, everybody, listen, we couldn't do all of these shows and do what we do without the support of Combilift, also without the support of ECI Solutions, who we started the show with. So definitely want to show the ECI Solutions stuff and thank them for everything that they do. You guys are awesome.
Hey, appreciate it, Dave.
Colin?
Great partnership.
Yeah,
awesome.
it's a lot of fun. So there you have it, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Dave Cooper. We are live day one at the International Builders Show. We'll see you next time. I'm going to just walk off screen now.
Awesome. Thank you.